Hello everyone and welcome to the stream of Dragon Age Origins. I'm Yavie Greenleaf and today we're going to be picking up where we left off last week. We are in Lothering. Our Dalish elf rogue Yavie here has recruited Liliana at the end of the last stream, and we're going to be finishing up Lothering and heading on out into the big wide world. Probably with a little pit stop at party camp on the way, but yeah. I think we literally left off just after the whole fight with Terran Loghain's men. They ambushed us in the tavern here, looking for Grey Wardens, and Liliana helped us fight them off, and then we invited her to join our group. So let's just take a look at the inventory and see what... yes, we need to sell some stuff. I think I remember that from the last session. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff. I think I went through and added... Okay, we don't have extra ring. Belt for Morrigan. We could give Liliana some... Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, that's probably fine. I think I went through and looked at all the equipment off stream. Yeah. Okay, so we just have to sell stuff. Let's first loot stuff.
I shall do it.
Looting is good. It's how we make our quick bucks here.
It shall be done. It is begun.
Don't mind me, just
As you
raiding
say.
the pantry.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
Sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denial. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
I don't suppose you have any rooms?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Who were those men I fought exactly?
When Tian Loghain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
Yes, it is.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tian says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
Have you heard any rumours?
I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Caelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you?
I think I'll be going.
Luck speed your way.
Yeah, so we do have the return to Ostagar. Okay, it's not showing up yet. Probably when we get to party camp. But we do have the return to Ostagar DLC, so we can go and try and give Caelan the respectful burial that he deserves. We can go and find his body and try and deal with the darkspawn that are left there. Okay, let's speak to Barlin over here.
I heard what you did with the other merchant. Got what he deserved. Because I still don't have food to sell.
Show me what you got. Hey, a store that we can sell stuff. There you go. I'm just going to sell those. I don't really use the coatings and the venoms and all that. Trap triggers. I'm not going to do the trap missions. Okay. Lightning rod. Let's compare to Morrigan. Okay, it's less. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I do usually buy all the... Oh, one of the dead gods. What does this say? No simple blades, these daggers date back to the time of the First Blight. They were crafted in the Tevinter Imperium as weapons to fight against the Darkspawn horde and fell in battle with the mages that first wielded them. Mages? That wielded the blades? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't need those flat blades. I usually do buy all the arrows, save most of them for the. Oh, that's quite a lot. Save them for the final battle. Okay, and we're gonna get shale as well, hopefully. So, shouldn't get rid of the ice and lightning crystal. And I've already equipped Liliana with her bows and all of that. How does this compare? Okay, the Enchanted Dagger is better than the Damizu. I should actually equip that. Enchanted Dagger. Yep, here we go.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Sell. Okay, we don't need another magic staff. I'm just going to sell all the helmets. I never use them. I'm going to keep that because it's a special one, but I should really sell it. Don't get a lot for it, only 42 silver. Oh, she's got Dalish gloves. And Alistair. Yeah, I did go through and do all that. I'm just going to sell these. We're going to get better ones as we go along. Good, scale, chain, studded. Yeah, he already has grey iron. And you need strength in order to use that. Okay. Harvard's Aegis. I think I want to keep those. I do like to keep the spirit. I think we get a party camp, a chest in party camp that we can put stuff in. Oh, I mustn't forget to equip the war paint. It's been a while since I played this, so I can't remember all the things. Okay, I'm not going to buy that. I will buy the health bolters, full teeth, and the injury kits. They're always useful, and the lyrium. Oh, yes, and I mustn't forget gifts. Gifts. Let's buy the elf fruit. Make sure we can craft as much stuff. Lyrium dust, thank you. And as many flasks as we can possibly handle. There we go. Oh, and I think we need distillation agent. Yeah, we're collecting that. Lyrium potion recipe. Okay, I don't usually use incense. Incense of awareness. Some from an ancient elven recipe. This incense is rumored to increase one's alertness and mental defenses. Okay. We're still quite burdened. Overburdened, one might say. It's all the stuff. I'm sure we have something in party camp that we can... Oh, I also have all of this. Okay, I don't need to keep these. Greenstone, quartz, garnet, fluorspar, malachite. Those are gifts. Journeyman lightning rune. Nah. Okay, that's doubling up. That's interesting. Shouldn't be. Okay, I don't think I need anything more. Thanks, Barlin. So, do I want to do the Blackstone liaison quests? We are trying to raise as much support as possible for the fight against Loghain. So having a group like the Blackstone liaison Blackstones will be good. Yeah, okay, I will do it.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Okay, let's check out that codex. A letter from the Blackstone Irregulars. A letter written in Keppel script addressed to you. To the inimitable Grey Warden. Your deeds have spread since the tragedy of Ostagar, and I find myself in need of one such as you. I am Raelnor, captain of the venerable Blackstone Irregulars, and I hope to win your trust. The Irregulars have come on hard times since the war with Orlais, and I have fought to improve their reputation. Gone are the days of my father's shady deals with unscrupulous nobles in Denerim. No, I have trained a guild filled with honourable men, ready to fight for Ferelden, and I am proud to say that I have seen your own Grey Wardens as a sort of model. We are not perfect. My own son advocates a move back to the more lucrative way my father ran the guild, but we are steadfast. It is in this context that I ask for your help, and I promise we will reward you accordingly. Should you be willing, please find letters in this box and others like it all over the land, and carry out the request therein. For this matter, consider requests from my son as if they came from myself, and thank you again, from the bottom of my heart, whether you choose to assist us or not. You are doing the Maker's work, Warden, and I am honoured to work with you. Raelnor. This letter is marked with the seal of the Blackstone Irregulars. Okay. Nice to meet you, Raelnor.
What do you wish of me?
Oh, I didn't want to click on Morrigan, I want to click on the chest. So, scraping the barrel. My friend, there are a number of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. Here you will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below, and return to the Irregulars for your payment. Should any of these people refuse, do what you must to get them to honour their oaths. Conscripts Dernal Garrison in Redcliffe, Pater Gritch in Lothering, and Varel Baron in Denerim. Your friend Tauran. Dereliction of duty. My friend, the Irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies crucial to the Irregulars' future as a supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit, and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations: Samael in Lake Callanhad, Layson in Denerim, and Tornas in the Frostback Mountains. Your friend Tauran. It's interesting that having just read that letter and it says, oh yeah, we trying to shape the guild to be honourable and whatever, and then Tauran straight in like, okay, kill or bring these people in whatever way you see fit. Spoiler, you do end up killing a couple of them as they don't agree to come with you willingly. Was that a separate codex? Okay, that was Raelnor. Blackstone letter of conscription. Oh, this is the letter that the conscripts received. Dear friend, you are receiving this letter because you or someone else placed your name on an article of conscription. Wow. By pledging your life to the Blackstone Irregulars. I don't think I've ever actually read this before. Wow, you or someone else placed your name. With war looming on all fronts, the Irregulars must build their numbers. We are forced to call upon those who have sworn their assistance to make good on those oaths. Say farewell to your friends and family. While you may return to them, you must prepare them for the possibility that this will be your last day together. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Wow. I actually don't think I've ever read that. Hello, Bard.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
Okay. No problem. Okay, that's that. Yeah, I already arranged all of Liliana's stuff.
It shall be done.
It shall indeed. It's taking a while to load.
So Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
Yep. Elf fruit are on the side.
How dare you accuse me of thievery?
Okay. Yeah, I want to read this about the Chastened, because it was either the Avar or the Chastened who were going to be one of the human origins, because we have the human noble origin story, and it was either going to be a Chastened or Avar, and we don't really see too much about Chastened and Avar, with the exception of the Avar in the Jaws of Hakon DLC in Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, I want to read up as much about them as we can. The Chastened Wilders have lived in the Korkari Wilds since the first wars with the Alamari drove them southward a millennium ago. According to their own lore, they had always been a forest-dwelling people that adapted quickly to their new home. Game and fish are plentiful in the wetlands, and the Chastened thrived. For a time, they and the hill-dwelling Avars were true threats to the northern lowlands. The Tevinter Imperium had arrived and was hard-pressed to keep back the waves of invasions from the south and the west. The fortress of Ostagar was built specifically to watch for Chastened hordes venturing north of the tree line. It was not until the legendary warrior Hafter soundly defeated the Chastened in the first half of the Divine Age that the question of their ability to contest the lowlands was settled permanently. Today, the Chastened are considered largely peaceful, though their ways are still primitive compared to our own. In the Korkari Wilds, they live in strange-looking huts built on stilts, or even built into the great treetops. They paint their faces and are split into small tribes ruled by shamans, like those amongst the Avar. There are many tales of these shamans having learned their magic from the witches of the wilds, witches that inspire as much terror as they do awe and gratitude, even if there is no definitive proof they exist. In particular, the tale of Flemeth, the greatest witch of the wilds, is celebrated amongst all tribes. While there is no way to know how many there are in the wilds today, few travellers that pass through the forests tell of Chastened eking out. Few travellers that pass through the forests tell of Chastened eking out an existence even in the frozen wastelands of the far south. One can assume that, should the Chastened ever organize themselves once more, we will have reason to fear them here in Ferelden. We ignore them at our peril. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. It's interesting, this connection with Flemeth. Knowing what we do about the connection between Flemeth and Solus and the end of Dragon Age Inquisition, with Solus being the Dreadwolf, and so probably the titular character of Dragon Age Dreadwolf, Dragon Age 4, that has just been announced. I wonder if, and yeah, like knowing how Flemeth likes to work things behind the scenes, like will we see a return of the Chastened and that sort of stuff, if there is this connection, as this codex entry would seem to suggest. I really hope they do like circle back to Ferelden, because it's probable that Dragon Age 4 is going to take place in the north, in Tevinter, and possibly the Cunari lands, Saharon, maybe even Parvolan itself. And, but yeah, it would be nice. Maybe even to have a chastened party member or something. Avar or chastened. I think that could be cool.
Saw you take the supplies from my car.
Okay,
Are we done with this place?
You marsh folk are all
It
thieves
may not be
and
here
liars.
later should we leave now.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said enough!
But what about my food?
We fought the darkspawn in the wilds, but we never had a chance.
These darkspawn corrupt the earth. The air turns to blackness. Even if they are defeated, can we ever return home?
Yeah, Ferelden's kind of messed up after the darkspawn. Oh, I think those are there. I want to go this way. That's the trap lady. Yeah, I can get into the chest. Hello, Elder Miriam.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
What's going on here?
Ever since good King Cailan passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
My type. We may have looted here already. I can't remember if I'd done this. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, so I'm not going to be doing all the quests. Sten. Okay, I'm coming back for you, Sten. Don't worry. I do want to kind of play a story, kind of like the decisions need to be motivated by the character and whether they would accept the quest or not. I like to especially play Dragon Age 2 like that. Ooh, bandits. Hello. Where you guys? Come on, Alistair. Seriously, must I do everything myself? It appears so.
I tried to be merciful.
No quarter shall be killed.
You should run while you can.
Wipe them out.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
Have you no concern for your own existence? Oop, I almost died. But we didn't. Come on, loot, thank you. Okay, I'm going to circle around this way and then come back to the den. Oh yes, can we change party? I want to get dog. Understood?
Blast it.
Hello, dog. I wanted to equip you with snazzy war paint. Hey, there we go. Look at you. Hey, doggo. Who won? Get him! Oh no.
You
Very well.
Oh, doggo. Stay away from Huon. Don't kill Huon.
Concern for your own existence? I shall do it.
Toxin. Ah, yes, this is how you get the toxins for the traps if you were doing Barlin's quest. Okay, there's nothing down there. Ah, Lothering. So peaceful. Then you come across a troop of giant spiders.
It shall be done.
So Hawk and family lived somewhere near Lothering. I like to imagine that they were a little bit outside of the village, since they didn't want to attract too much attention to themselves, with 2, possibly 3 mages in their family. Oh, there's some more bad guys over there and over there. I don't know, like maybe behind those trees or something, a little bit away, in sight of the windmill, the iconic windmill of Lothering. Dog, okay, you need to pee on the tree. Let's take out these guys. First, let's get the elf
I shall
root.
do it.
Dog, do your thing.
Watch out! Oh, this should be good.
Oh, they got their own Mabari. Hey! No! Huon, take him out! Take him out!
Make a preserver. I am ready.
Oh! You died! Liliana! No! I wasn't watching like this. Sorry, Liliana. I need to set up their tactics. I forgot about that.
Victorious.
Oh, there's still one. I was wondering why she wasn't getting up.
Run while you can. It shall be done. Fine
Stab.
thing we've done.
Hey, loot chest. Is there still another one? Oh no, it's picked up the... Oh, okay. I thought it picked up that other group. Sorry, Liliana. Oh, you keep switching to your... Yeah, I need to set the tactics. Where is that? Tactics there. You are an archer. You need to stay at ranged. Okay. Huon, you are war dog. This party member will attack enemies the moment they are visible. This character will fight back if attacked in melee combat and will chase down enemies, but will not flee the location of harmful area of effects. Yeah, you can do that. That's Huon. Okay, Yavie, I'll be controlling Yavie. Morrigan, you are a damager. I think. Damager, yeah. Ranged. Yeah, and I'll have to set for Liliana as well. Okay, let's switch back to Alistair so I can change his.
Yes.
While we're at it. Okay, Alistair, tactics. You are a defender. This party member will fight back if attacked in melee combat, but will not chase enemies if they move away and will try to remain close to the player. This party member will flee the location of harmful... Okay, stay close to... No, I want you to go and... You could be aggressive. Let's leave him on defensive and see how that works. Maya. Hello, Maya. Hey. My cat wants some attention. What are you? What's it? Hey. There we go. She's sitting on the back of my chair, looking at me. Yeah. There we go. Hey. Let's put some cuddles. Kitty cuddles. Guys, hello. Why am I running out here myself?
Back! Don't give them the advantage! Your time shall be done. Have you no concern for your own existence? You cannot.
Flurry is so good. Okay, let's eat while we're here.
Very well.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Missed me, missed me, missed me, missed me.
Make a preserver. Here comes trouble. For the fool's sake.
Ha.
I'm sorry I was not able to see the end of it.
No, you were. Don't worry. Okay, I think those are all the mobs. Ah, yes, elf fruit. Gather all the elf fruit.
Very well.
Okay, we're not going up there yet. Want to return. Oh, there's another another group gang.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kaelin, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Attack!
More enemies ahead! I never liked this part. I shall do it.
And the more of them.
Here comes trouble! Alright, battle it is then.
Come on, Alistair, do something. Stop just standing there. I'm weird. Okay, I think he needs to be aggressive.
Merciful! Again, I never liked this. Now I need help. I'm wounded. I can't go on like this.
Don't worry, Liliana. You almost died, but you didn't quite. You're still alive. Still with us. Okay, loot. I don't think you can't get around there. Sten.
You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
I think I will say, what are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'm Yavie. Pleased to meet you.
You mock me. Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? and wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Of course.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in there?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
That's horrible.
I agree.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
So you'd prefer to die?
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill, though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Let's read the codex about Sten. Sten, either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life, to know nothing of regret. The northern islands are remote, lush jungles that harbour cities... Sorry. Lush jungles that harbour cities rumoured to be the most extraordinary ever built. These are the lands of the Kunari, lands that no foreign eyes ever see. Only the stories of the 3 exalted marches waged against the giants have reached the south, until the arrival of Sten. The stoic giant in the cage, was surely the strangest thing the people of Lothering had ever seen, until the Blight struck. So, we're going to go pay another visit to the revered mother. Maya, no, get off the desk. No, not this way, other way. Go. There we go. Just trying to climb on top of my keyboard. Oh, not this way. Back to the chantry.
Why do you always go on about how stupid I am? I'm not stupid, am I?
If you need to ask the question...
Because it hurts my manly feelings, you know. Or one of them.
Then I'll be sure to write you an apology once all of this is over.
I was educated by the Chantry. I studied history. They don't make stupid Templars.
Then I must have been mistaken. I'm very impressed.
No, you're not. You're not even listening to me.
My, you are smarter than you look after all. Your Chantry must have been very proud.
Yeah, you kind of walked into that one, Alistair. I think we actually could get some...
As you say.
Okay, let's accept that. And then... Have we already... Yes, we have done it already.
The path of
Pay
righteousness
up, pay
is
up.
full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Ka-ching! Oh, Pilgrim. Hey, I got an achievement. Awesome. Hey, that was 3 coin. Nice. If any traveler or resident comes across in the wilds, return a body of the effects. Okay, let's just read this. A lost keepsake. Thanks. Sorry. Thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times. The Chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, Goodwife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveller or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with the sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. I think I will do this, because I did speak to that boy. And that's taking out a bear. Yeah, that one's fine. Find the orphan's mother. The chanter is offering a small reward to anyone who is willing to venture out into the wilderness to find the remains of the missing woman. So, I can't remember if that... Ah, there we go. Okay, it is actually a quest here in Lothering. I thought it might be outside of Lothering. Okay, we're not going to speak to the Templar. Revered Mother. That's where we're going. I do love this music. All the chantry music here. Hey, and there's Patagwitch. So this is one of the Blackstone Irregulars quests. Patagwitch and Lothering. Deliver the letters of conscription to all 3 conscripts.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Okay. Revered Mother, hello.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Tithes to the chantry? Are you joking? I suppose
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery. But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you then?
We've literally just been rescued off a battlefield, and I've managed to scavenge whatever we could along the way, along the road. What can I do for you then? I want to talk about Sten, the Kunari you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
She gives to Liliana, not to me. She trusts Liliana. And I didn't take the persuade thing, so I probably wouldn't have been able to persuade her.
As you say.
I'm not going to try and intimidate the revered mother. That's not who Yavie is. I mean, she doesn't...
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kokari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Which of the wild legends? You wonder how much of that is actually true, since, yeah, it's very much, steeped in legend. Here we go.
You wish something more of me?
I have a key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well, I'll let you out. Or maybe I'll say, how can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
And there we go, there's Sten.
Yes.
I want to equip him. Liliana's got a cracked skull. Okay. I think I sold... Oh, I didn't. Okay. I like to give Sten the greatsword. I think I did sell all the armor, though. You can use heavy armor. It's fine. Am I off the... No! Off! Keep stepping on my keyboard. Heavy chainmail. There we go. Okay. Okay. No, that's going to be for a mage. Yeah, let's rather give him that one. Feral Wolf Charm. Chase and Hunter's favour charms like this, supposedly enchanted on moonlit nights by scantily clad witches deep in the heart of the Korkari Wild. Perhaps that is just wishful thinking. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, and I leveled up. Hey. So, what do we need? 22 cunning. I didn't want that one. Or did I? The rogue collapses at enemies' feet, making them lose interest and seek other targets. When a target is incapacitated, the opportunistic rogue strikes where it hurts the most, inflicting automatic backstabs against stunned or paralyzed targets. I don't need any more dexterity for that. Okay, Deadly Strike. The rogue makes a swift strike at a vulnerable area on the target, dealing normal damage, but gaining a bonus to armor penetration. Okay, and that's an activated. Okay, that's a passive. Lethality. The rogue has a keen eye for weak spots and thus gains a bonus to critical chance for all attacks. Additionally, if the rogue's cunning score is greater than strength, sharpness of mind lets the character use the cunning modifier to affect attack damage in place of the strength modifier. I think that's a good one. And that's a passive. Evasion is also passive. The rogue gains an almost preternatural ability to sense and avoid danger. This talent grants a 1 in 5 chance of evading physical attacks, including being stunned or knocked down. Yes, that is really helpful. So we won't... if spiders try to web us, there's a chance that we won't get webbed. And we definitely want unlocking. Okay, so that's 22 cunning. I'm going to go there and put the rest into cunning. Oh, I have a specialization as well. Oh, I have to unlock all of these still. Oh my word, I forgot. Yeah, because I've played this game so many times that, you know, I unlocked all of these the first time I played it ages ago. And they stay unlocked after you've unlocked them the first time, if you start up a new game. So, yeah, I actually have to make sure I get these. Okay, we can sit on that point. I think that I want to go with this character. The character is extremely skilled at wielding a weapon in each hand, gaining bonuses to attack and defense. Oh yes, I wanted to get up to wielding 2 full-sized weapons. Yes. 36 dexterity. Okay, we can go dual weapon finesse for now. Okay, let's go find the woman's corpse. Ah, pack of wolves. Shame, the poor boy. 2 packs of wolves. Oh my word, okay. We were just here, and you weren't here. Where were you? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think Yavie is dead. Ah, that's... Okay.
Make a preserver.
Okay, Stan's also dead. Oh dear.
That does not look good.
Okay.
So be it. As you wish.
Dorian.
Battle it is then.
I shall do it.
Okay, it was actually rather close. Stan. There we go. Yavie, you're right. Cracked skull.
As you say.
Ah yes, Sten, I need to arrange your... Precise striking. Okay, taunt is an activated one. Threat can go there. Taunt. That's an activated one as well. Oh, activated. I'm looking for sustained. That's activated. That's sustained. Activated and sustained. Okay, so through force of will, the character remains in control on the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. Okay, well that could be useful. While in this mode, the character puts extra muscle behind each swing, gaining a bonus to damage but suffering penalties to attack and defense. Two-handed strength reduces the penalties to attack and defense. Let's try and go for Indomitable. Yeah, because he's now going to have pretty much no stamina. I really need to increase his willpower. Yeah, you see, even so, full stamina now, he doesn't have enough in order to use the mighty blow. Spells and talents. Sten. Is this... Okay. Where's the woman? There she is. You found the body of the boy's mother and recovered her keepsake. Return the keepsake to the chantry in Lothering. I'm sorry, boy. Because I think this is supposed to be the boy who says that his mother disappeared. So that was her. And his father went to the neighbors a week ago and never returned. Probably got taken out by bandits or something. Or he left for the battle and his mother just didn't want to tell him. That could actually be it. His mother, like he went for the... Yeah, wow, I think that actually is it. He was called up to fight. And the mother must have told him, this little boy, I think it's him.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Was it him?
Where are you from?
Okay, no, it wasn't him.
I don't like this place. Why did we come here?
I don't think you can find that boy again. At least I don't remember ever seeing him again after speaking to him on the bridge. Are there any kids in the chantry? It looks like it's just adults. Oh, there's a child. No, he's praying.
Mother says we have to run before the bad men get here. I want to go home.
I want to go home. Sorry, you can't go home. You need to actually get out of here because the darkspawn are coming.
I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
Oh dear. Well, I think this is us done with Lothering. We can sell stuff at Bowdowns when we get to party camp.
Someone help us!
Victory! It shall be done. Defend yourself! You should run while you can.
Fighting with a cracked skull, not that great.
No!
back, come back. Hey. Oh, I need to give Sten some health poultice.
Orders.
Praised.
That's a bit of a glitch. Blood Mage. Sealed letter. Maleficarum regrets. Okay, let's take a gander. Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. Belgrus. Okay, so there's another Maleficar that escaped the tower.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Just how obliged, exactly. You're welcome.
The name's Bodan Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Loot, loot, loot. Hey, another gift. Okay, I think that one's for Alistair. Nothing else here? No. You see, there's another... There's a little hut out there. Maybe that's the Hawk residence. That's going to be my headcanon. That's Hawk House. Hawk's house. A little bit away from the main settlement. Okay, there is Chanter's board. I thought I thought I finished that. Ugh. I don't like the quest to sit there in my log because you can never come back to Lothering once you leave. Run, run, run. Because you end up with all these side quests taking up space in your log, and some of them you can't do anything about.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Have anything interesting on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
I shall do it.
Okay, maybe we'll do this one just to...
For a foundation built of stone, marble, or any precious metal is worthless if faith in the Maker is absent.
So where are these bears exactly? All the way back there. I wish they kind of spawned. You could complete it and then come back to the Chanter's board and say, oh, by the way, I already did this. But that's more modern kind of game design. This game is like 13 years old or something. Oh, the trees look so pretty though. Oak tree. I do love it. I like the colours. Oh, my name's Greenleaf. I like green leaves. Simple.
As you say.
Wonder why the blood is glitching out like that. It's not great. Doesn't bode well. I don't remember it being this glitchy before. Because I've also had things where the loading screen kind of completely glitches out. Though I think this might be the first time I'm actually playing on the Origin version. Before I used to actually use the disc. Might be a slightly different version. Or I must maybe check that I have actually got all of the patches for it. That it's patched properly.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Thank you. And yes. Okay, we completed that. Ah, okay, we can leave. We can go now, people. Oh, I wanted to...
If you must.
Yes, we must. Frost weapons are a must. Farewell, Lothering. It's been pleasant. Good luck against the darkspawn. I hope you manage to escape. Some of you do, but alas. And I'll see you at Party Camp, Bodan. Yes, gather party.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a Blight.
Archdemon, is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
I'm not frightened. Or any other surprises I should know about? Yeah, there are
Other
others.
than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Not quite yet. Here come all the quests. Here we go. This is all the DLC. Soldier's Peak and a King's Confidant. I thought we'd have returned to Ostagar by now. That might maybe after Lothering gets destroyed. But we have party camp. Talk to the dwarves. Hey! Bodan, where are you? Bodan. Okay, let me just save. Party camp.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feddick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
Have you been following us? A little bit, feels a little bit rude, but yeah.
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly,
neither are we.
It's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way.
No.
But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
No, please stay.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
It's your
If
ways.
there's anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
And with your discount. Hey, okay. Let's buy that. I think he had a backpack. Yes, he does. And we can afford it. Woohoo! And here's the... Okay, let's... Oh, yes, that's what I did. There isn't a party chest, I don't think, but I always used to sell the gifts to Bodan and then buy them back. Those are expensive now. The Templar, Ranger, manuals. These are the specializations for... Templar is for a warrior, and Ranger, I think, is for a rogue. Okay, I'm gonna sell a bunch of the stuff. Sell that as well. Wooden Oath. That, yeah. Clothing. Because all of this stays, as far as I remember. So if you want to buy it back later, you don't have to worry that it's going to disappear. I think that that was how it worked. Okay, let's sell that. Oh, Blood Dragon. Ah. Oh. He has the rest of the outfit. Okay. Yeah, Alistair doesn't have 38 strength yet, so we may as well leave that. Harvard's Aegis. Let's sell that. Sell. I'll keep that on me. Yeah. And those are... Oh, those are skill points. Term of Physical Technique. 22 coin. Wow. Okay, let's buy the lyrium. Lyrium. Don't need that. I don't really need the toxin extracts. That should be fine. Hey, and there we go, down to 24. I just want to check what... Sylvan's Mercy. Let's compare to Morrigan. What... Okay, we can't really afford it now. That would be good. We could save up for that. I just want to check what Yavie is using. Her weapons. Oh, Oathkeeper. I need to have that as my second one. 840. Okay. I'm keeping Oathkeeper.
Something you need?
And selling the...
I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
I mean, the dragon, the dagger.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
And with your discount. Dagger. Sell. Done. Nice. It's probably the loo. Oh, okay, that is extra content. I'm not going to do that now. We're going to do a round of party camp chats. Start with Alistair. You there.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens, is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have...
I shouldn't have brought him up.
No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
I'm sorry, Alistair.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the Blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
I suppose I couldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
Yeah, she was willing to go to the Grey Wardens, even though it meant leaving her clan. Like, she did leave willingly. Liliana.
Why are we stopping?
We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
You said you were in the army?
I am.
What made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
My cat is just shouting to be let out. Just hold on a moment. She's probably going to want to come back in a moment. You're the cutest little meow. So please, let me out. I'm hungry. I've never seen a Kunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
No? Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
A little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
So this is you being calm and helpful.
Couldn't you tell?
You know what? Just follow orders and you'll do fine.
As you wish.
And Sten approves. Sten. And Morrigan. Hello. Can we have a chat about Flemeth?
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Did you grow up in the Korkari wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
There's my calling again to come in. Just hold on. Can't ignore your cute little... So cute. Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I? You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back to the wilds.
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hail from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I have no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are. Well, I'm glad it worked out this way at least. I like that one.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Yes, before the ground opens up. Yes. Oh, +7, hey. There we go. Approval 15. Should put the highest approval. Let's check. So Alistair is currently on 4. Morrigan is +15. Liliana +2. And Huon is just 100%. 100% all in. I haven't even given him a bone. Sten's +2. Good dog. Good dog. Let's go talk to Huon. Because yes, we can speak to the dog. He is a party member after all.
Oh, why, you little...
Are you harassing my dog?
Me harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Yes. Well, he is a war dog after all.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
That'll do, dog. That'll do. There we go, Huon. Hey.
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Hack.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Shame. Stop terrorizing my poor dog. You're going to give him... I'd never feed you another human being. Don't listen to Alistair. He's full of rubbish. Yes.
Hey!
Hey. There we go. There's Huon. Pat, pat, pat. He looks good in his little stripes. I like that they actually show up. I think in one of the in the original game, the disc version I had, it didn't, the Warhound paint didn't actually show up. So you could change them and it would just always look like he wasn't wearing anything. Like he didn't have any patterns on. It was just his normal coat. I'm glad that shows up now. I don't think there's anything else to loot around here. Yeah. Let's just speak to Sandal. Get this quest marker out the way.
Hello.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I don't think I have anything that can be enchanted, but let's just see.
Enchantment!
Okay, I also have no runes. I can put on that, and Oathkeeper. Okay, but I haven't equipped Oathkeeper yet. Okay. Accept. Okay. So, now we have to decide where we're going to go. So we've got the Arl of Redcliffe. Seek out Arl Eamon. Alistair thinks that you should seek the help of Eamon Gweren, the Arl of Redcliffe. Arl Eamon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmeet. Alistair believes that he will certainly aid you once he learns about Loghain's betrayal. So I usually do start with that, because it does open up other quests, the Sacred Ashes quests. And that is the one where we're going to Orzammar, recruit to Orzammar. This is the Dalish Clans. I also usually do the one that's closest to my origin first, so this would be the Dalish one. Even though it's not the same Dalish clan, I do like to check in on the Dalish. And if I'm a mage, I usually do the circle first, but that's a little bit less important this time around, as I'm not a mage. But I think we'll probably start off with this. Yeah, going to see Arl Eamon, and that leads us to Denerim as well. Quick save. Let's just see if we can craft. Get 20 of those. How many lyrium potions do I have? 11. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. I need more lyrium dust. Hey, crafty achievement. Hey. Liliana, Morrigan. Alistair, we're going to the Arl. We're going to see Arl Eamon. And there's the map. First time we've had access to the entire map. So we're officially out of the tutorial phase of the game into the main part. So there's Lothering. There's Flemeth's hut. Could go to the Brazilian forest, but that's for the elf, the Dalish elf one. We're currently at party camp, and yeah, we're going to head to Redcliffe village. Oh, that's DLC. Okay, here's Lake Callanhad. This is the mage tower. That's also DLC, so we're not going to look at that just yet. Frostback Mountains, that's to Orzammar, and Denerim is all the way over there. But we'll get sent to Denerim eventually. So I think we're going to head to Redcliffe village, a fishing village on the shores of Lake Callanhad.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Yes, you should have, Alistair. I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Archdemon exactly?
I think you said that he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Archdemon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because... well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
What? You don't think you might have told me this before? Or doesn't that make you heir to the throne? So, you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard. Why did you wait to tell me this? I think she'd just say, because, yeah, like, Yavie wouldn't know too much about, like, the inner workings of human society. Like, she's lived quite a separate life. It's like, okay, and they don't really have royalty in the same way. I'll just say, why did you wait to tell me this?
I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I've never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Archdemon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall, and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Jarl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Jarl is a good man and well-loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Logain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
That's not really what you think, is it?
No, I suppose not. I don't feel very lucky at all, to be honest.
Oh, we're lucky enough to survive. I suppose that is the... if you call that luck. Okay, let's look at the codex about Redcliffe. King Cullen hath Theron once famously declared, "The fate of Redcliffe is the fate of all Ferelden." Certainly, the castle is the finest and last defence for the sole land route into Ferelden, and the country has never fallen to any force that did not first capture Redcliffe. Oh gosh. The castle, which despite being 3 times captured, is popularly described as unassailable. Also, it's one of the largest and most populous towns in Ferelden. Redcliffe village is well situated near the mountain pass to Orzammar and the Orlesian border, and so serves as a centre of foreign trade. For these reasons, Redcliffe is accounted an Arling, despite the smallness of the domain. The inhabitants of Redcliffe village are primarily fishermen or merchants who ship dwarven goods through the pass from Orlais to Denerim. When the entire village smells of smoked fish on certain late autumn mornings, the merchants in their finery do their utmost to pretend otherwise. In the Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Jenna TV. So here we are in Redcliffe. Save quickly. Yeah, the death route.
I shall do it.
And hello, Thomas.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Eamon.
The Arl? Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arl Eamon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies? You don't believe Loghain's lies? Wow, that was a bit of a tongue twister. You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
This isn't our battle.
Isn't it? You're a Grey Warden seeking Eamon's help. He simply needs your help first. What do you say?
First I have questions.
By all means.
Why don't you just evacuate the village?
I tried. Our one attempt at an organized evacuation resulted in an immediate attack. Yesterday I found out these creatures attack those fleeing on their own, even during daytime. Whatever lies in the castle wants this village dead.
Isn't there a way into the castle to get at the source?
The castle is closed to us, its doors barred. We could storm it certainly, but what would that accomplish? Our numbers are too few. We cannot throw men at the castle walls when they are needed to protect the village.
What happens after tonight?
Once the village is safe, we will try to enter the castle to find the source of this trouble.
I've heard enough.
Then you will help us?
Very well, I will help. Yeah, I don't think Yavie would leave them. I have done that before. I felt awful. Yeah.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Morrigan disapproves. Okay. She's still got the highest approval out of all of them. Yeah, I think it was my city elf, Callian Tabris, who refused to help them because she really didn't care about human lives being lost. She was very anti-human, especially because of her origin story. The city elf origin is quite shocking. Yeah, I don't think Yavie is like she's not. I mean, she did kill that human in the beginning in the origin story, but that was like to protect her clan. She's not particularly anti-human. She's just like outside of the society, and I think her joining the Grey Wardens kind of opens her eyes to other cultures and other ways of doing things that she hadn't been exposed to before as a Dalish elf, living very much within her clan. So this is, yeah, like she's not gonna. She really does care about other people's well-being and welfare, and she's starting to realize that humans are just like elves. There's everyone needs help every now and then, and she's in a position to give them help, and so she's going to do that. Because in my original playthrough, I don't know if this is how it's going to work out, because I do kind of like to see how I feel about things as the game goes along. But in my original playthrough, I actually romanced Alistair, and but then if you know the ending of the game, I won't talk too much about that because that like we are going to get there in this playthrough. But we kind of had to break up before the end of the game, and that was kind of a motivation for Yavie. Like she wanted to, like her goal from the beginning is to do what she has to do, play her part as the Grey Warden, and then go back to her clan. Like that's her goal. She wants to go back there. She's doing all of this to protect her clan, and if that means helping people like Alistair, Liliana, Morrigan, then she'll do that. And other people along the way. Bantegan has asked for assistance, but her goal is to do what she needs to do to stop the Blight so she can go back to her clan. And in my original playthrough, she realized at the end that she could never actually do that. So I want to see if I have that same mindset at the end of this playthrough. Because it was quite sad, quite poignant. And that was actually the thing that made me want to replay this and replay it so many times, like realizing that this thing that I'd been thinking of as the motivation for my character was something that couldn't actually be accomplished and would be something that the character themselves would realize by the end of the game. And each origin story has something like that, like some reason, some motivation besides just, being the Grey Warden, playing the game, all of that. I like finding those motivations for the character, and that was Yavie's. She wants to get back to her clan, and she's doing everything in her power to stop the Blight, to save as many people as possible. And that's why she's a Grey Warden. And that's why she's happy to be a Grey Warden, because not all of the Wardens that I've played have been happy about being conscripted. But, yeah.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
They're gone, dear
Blessed
Lord.
art thou
Gone
who
on a
seeks
long
his
trip.
return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the
Be
holy
brave,
flame.
young man.
May the chant
Your
reach the Maker's
parents would
ears
want that.
and tell him of
We
our
need you here
contrition.
to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
There's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning. Maker bless you for helping us, futile though it may be.
That is... I can't remember the voice actor's name, but she voiced Dr. Chakwas in Mass Effect. What's this? Commandments of the Maker. Let's actually read this, because I haven't really read too much about the Chantry stuff. The Commandments of the Maker. So this is actually a bit from the Chant of Light. These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his people. They shall be named Malefica, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world, or beyond. Could be all the beyond. All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others know this: there is but one truth. All things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lies. All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. Those who steal from their brothers and sisters do harm to their livelihood and to their peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a heavy heart. Transfigurations 1, verse 1 to 5. It's interesting because knowing more about the makeup of the world from Inquisition and what Solus says about the Fade and that, like this verse in particular, all things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. That's the sort of the way the world currently is. But it's not always like that, because the Fade is different, and the Fade was once part of the physical world. So that verse isn't always true. It'll be interesting to see how what the Codex entries say about things in Dragon Age 4. Dragon Age Dreadwolf, now that it has a name, let's call it. Yeah. But Yavie doesn't believe in the Maker or the Chantry. She's
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
I think she have we read much about the Elven gods? Oh, we read Fenharel. I don't know if we read Gillenan, June Elganan. Is there anything about Elven beliefs? No, that's... it's probably when we go to the Brazilian forest and actually investigate the Dalish clans. I know there's a lot of codex entries around the camp there. we can read a bit more about the Beyond and the Elven gods and their view on the world.
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home.
So this is also important. The demonic possession comes a lot into the mage storylines. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know that they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into the portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host, they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead, they can feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and of mana. Next are the demons of sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. It is, in its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is the sloth's nature. It hides and stalks, unaware, and when confronted, it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are amongst the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted, wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. A desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world. Masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect, they are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends. Although what might be has never been discovered. Although what that might be has never been discovered. A greater pride demon brought across the veil would threaten the entire world. Interesting. A greater pride demon. I don't think we've ever actually encountered a greater pride demon. Maybe, those are supposed to be the pride demons from Inquisition, because some of them can be quite tough. The ones that are around the Fade Rifts, when those open. Interesting.
Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
I guess so.
Shame.
Very well.
And here's Jetta. Remember we had that quest all the way back from the Korkari Wilds, the Last Will and Testament. You found the cache mentioned in Rigby's Last Will and Testament. Deliver it to Jetta and Redcliffe to complete Rigby's last wish. This was the missionary that whose body we found in the marsh, and his son went to look for him and also ended up dying.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened, but I haven't heard from them since.
Are you Jetta?
I am. You've heard of me?
Just hunched take. Wow. Your husband and son are both dead.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot to... Maker's blessings upon you.
Here you go. Irenia. Did we have a quest for her? Those are all men. It's not her.
Good day.
We do have to come and speak to her at some point. I can't remember.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died.
Ah, Redcliffe.
Walking corpses. Do you think it's something in the water?
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain watch. I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
Murdoch. Been told to speak with you. I think he's... Sir Perth and Murdoch, yes.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
Hey, why not? Why would you think that?
For more reasons than you care to hear, I bet. Still, there's no reason to think Bantegan's lost his mind. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You seem rather calm, considering.
My men are certain enough as it is that they'll die tonight. They don't need me quivering in my boots. My death will come soon enough. It don't need me hurrying it along. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
I think this conversation is one of the the strangest, because it sounds like they re-recorded some of his lines, and those last two lines were examples of that. He sounds rather calm and everything, and then the next one is like this gravelly voice. Anyhow, now you're here. They tell you're in charge. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do these repairs?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Okay, so we need to go to the smith, and then we also need to go speak to Sir Perth. But there's also stuff to loot. Like that, I forgot about this.
There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious about me.
You are Merrick's son. You are the rightful king of Ferelden.
I am the son of a starstruck maid and an indiscreet man who just happened to be king. Look, I can't be king. Some days I have trouble figuring out which boot goes on which foot.
Complete fools are made leaders of kingdoms all the time, and you're not a complete fool.
What an utter relief.
And don't worry about the boots. Kings don't need to dress themselves. That's what advisors are for, isn't it?
And starstruck maids, apparently.
Yeah. Ish. Except Alistair, spoiler, your mother wasn't a starstruck mage. Maid. She was...
It has begun.
Maybe a starstruck mage. She was a mage. And a Grey Warden, actually. And you meet her in Inquisition. And I don't think Alistair actually knows. I don't think he finds out that was his mom. Grand Enchanter Fiona. Twins' house. Yeah. Lockpicking. You failed to pick the lock and it is now hopelessly jammed. Rats. Knock on the door. Hello? No one answers your call. Break open the lock. But I don't think we actually got the quest from Murdoch. He asks you to go and recruit people around the village. I don't think we actually got that.
Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
We thought this was abandoned. You know, this is how we make our living. You know. Apologies. I don't mean any harm.
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out.
What are you doing shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping defend the village.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
You're a coward.
You look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Wow. Either die out there or here and now. Your chances are better out there than in here.
Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die.
Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
I'll put in a good word with you at the ban or the Arl.
And what good would that do me? The Arl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
Wow. A little more personal reward. No, we're not going to do that. Not interested. I don't think I'll get a intimidate score. Intimidate. Yeah, that's, I think, based off your strength stat. And as a rogue, I haven't been boosting strength. I think it's still like 9 or something. So that probably wouldn't pass. How about gold? I'll hire you to fight for the village.
Are you serious?
No, I just want to see what you do. Yes, I am, actually.
I won't even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers.
100? Persuade I won't go higher than 50.
Do I look like an elf?
Hey.
I'm not that cheap. It's 100, or it's no deal.
Fine. On second thought, maybe you're not worth that much. Fine, I'll pay it.
You're getting off easy there. But like you say, I guess this town needs a hero. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Because you can actually go and recruit all these people and then say that you're not going to go help. And, yeah. So, now that you've left your house, can I loot it? Rats, there's nothing here. But you said that you had stuff in your house. Okay. I think this is the general store. Yes. loot up the general store.
It shall be done.
A tattered shopping list. Okay. Barrel. Ah, I think that gave us the quest. Find a use for the barrels of oil. Okay, yes, that's updated.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
I doubt it.
It's done.
No, it's not.
Allow me.
It is
I
begun.
could do that for you.
We probably need this one. Rats. Level 8. What level are we currently? Level 7. Okay, so next time we level up, we should be able to get to that crate. We must just remember it's there. If we want to come back and get it. I mean, we don't have to. I want to go this way.
As you say.
Lake Calenhad. No swimming.
It shall be done.
Let's read about Lake Calenhad. The waters of Lake Calenhad are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belenas, the mountain which stood at the centre of the world, from which Korth, the mountain father, surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent, Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belenas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by Razakael, the god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. Now, a slight aside, I think Razakael is supposed to be... So each of the archdemons that have appeared in each of the Blights has been supposed to be one of the old gods that the Tevinters believed in. And so, for example, this Blight, that's currently ravaging Ferelden, is led by the archdemon Urthemiel. And I believe that Razakael is the only old god that hasn't actually been found by the darkspawn and become an archdemon. So that could be something that happens in a later Dragon Age game. Dreadwolf, maybe? Another Blight. They don't really happen that close together. I mean, I think the last Blight was like centuries before this, in the history of Thedas. But yeah, Razakael is the last one that's still out there somewhere. And exactly what the old gods are, the fact that their souls can be captured. Okay, we're getting into spoilers for the end of this game, but they, yeah, like what is Razakael, and are they some kind of spiritual demon from the Fade, or are they related to the old gods, the elven gods as well? Because the whole legend with Fenrirel, which we read earlier, I think it was a previous stream, where the legend of Fenrirel says that some of the gods were locked into the heavens and the other gods were locked into the earth, the depths, and to keep them separate. And that's what the Fade, the veil is. It separates two worlds and locks the gods in their various realms. And so is Razakael maybe one of the gods that has been locked away in the earth, in the depths? And how that relates to the Tevinter stories, and also this with the Avar, the Korth, the Mountain Father, and I mean maybe the Lady of the Skies is Flemeth, Korth, Elganon, and the Serpent Nathramar. I mean maybe that's supposed to be Fenrirel. So there's all these sort of parallels which haven't really been explained yet. And also all of these codex entries are written from in-game perspectives. So this is what the people who are writing this believed. It's not necessarily the way that things actually are in the world, which I think is a really interesting way of doing the lore. So it's not telling us what is true. It's telling us what the people in the world believe is true about their world, which makes it really interesting. But anyway, yeah, so that's Razakale. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by Razakale, god of mysteries, and those who drank from them were granted special insights. This was why they built the great tower on the island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Calenhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Calenhad Theron spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Formari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of the mail armor the circle gave to Calenhad. In that armor, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. From Thedas, Myths and Legends by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. It's kind of like King Arthur sort of type of legend.
It is begun.
It is indeed. Now there was another building we could go into somewhere around here. Might be this one. Might have to go back around a bit. Yes, here we go. Caitlin's home.
Yes?
No, I didn't want to click on the door, thank you.
Very well.
And there's the legend of King Calenhad. Won't read that now. Oh yes. We have to, yeah, it's part of the quest. Cautionary tales for the adventurers. I think that's children's stories. Oh, hey Ninjari. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Movie night is done. We're watching movies from the 2000s. Oh, wow. Tonight was me, myself, and Irene. I get to choose this week's choice. Next week's choice. Oh, nice. Have you got any ideas what you want to choose? Hello. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath, and then silence. Hello? Is someone here?
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home.
True.
My home, you hear me?
True. Very true. Who are you and what are you doing in there?
My name's Bevan. My sister is Caitlin. She's probably still in the Chantry, I guess. Did she tell you to take me back to the Chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
We hate it. We hate it. Why do you hate the Chantry so much?
Everybody's scared. But they tell me I shouldn't be scared. And they tell me I shouldn't be sad that Mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
From in there?
No. I just heard you coming and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now. Alright, I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
First tell me what you were doing in there.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Persuade. I'm gonna try this. Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
No, I won't tell you. And you can't make me. You can't.
You can't. Okay, go back to the Chantry. Yes, make sure you got there safely. Okay. So if you're able to persuade him, he gives you the key to the upstairs cupboard, and I think you can get a sword or something from that. Mission Impossible 2 or Gladiator. I won't subject them to miscongeniality or meet the parents. Yeah. Oh dear. Those are good choices. Gladiator, Mission Impossible 2. I like those. Yeah, we still have to go to...
I don't like being out here, Gwyn. The mayor's giving me the evil eye.
Mayor's giving me the evil
Well,
eye.
he should. Because you're a good-for-nothing liar and a thief.
Well, we don't understand why we're out here.
We're out here because I say we're gonna help these people. And since I pay your wages, you're gonna do as I say.
Oh, sure, boss. Whatever you say.
Sure, boss, whatever you say. Mayor's giving me the evil eye. Yes, his family sword, yeah. I don't actually think I've ever gotten that. I let my mom choose and she chose Mission Impossible 2 with Gladiator as a backup in case some people can't get the first choice. Nice. Okay, I think this is the smithy.
Go away.
Go away.
Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I need to talk about repairs for the militia.
That's so. Well, if Murdoch wants more weapons, you can give him the same answer I did. He can make them himself.
I need some smithing done.
If you didn't notice, the smithy is closed, the forge is cold, you've come to the wrong place.
Please, I just want to talk to you.
I said no, and I meant it. Be gone, stranger.
Fine, we'll try intimidate. Either open the door or I break it down.
My accent here says you won't. Just you try it, looter! Be gone, I said! Don't you try to come in here!
Break the lock. Ooh, lock picking. I can pick the lock. Oh yay, we deftly pick the lock. Hi.
Make his breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
You just come barging into my home.
Yep.
I've no money and nothing of value to take, as you can plainly see. So if you're here to beat on a sad old man, then all I ask is you get on with it. I don't have much to live for as it is.
We're not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you. The militia need your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
And what if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Yes, let's.
Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
You're excused. Yeah, Ninjari, I usually do take Persuade as well, but this time I put into something else. I can't remember actually what. We got lockpicking, so I want to be able to pick all the chests. That's the nice thing about being a rogue. And oh yes, I put into survival, and I think it was herbalism as well. We might have started with herbalism as a Dalish. I can't remember. But yeah, I thought I'd focus on those since, you know, coercion and that. I couldn't really imagine that Yavie was the most coercive or persuasive. Like that hadn't been something that was important to her in her life as a Dalish. Like trying to persuade people to do stuff. Yeah, that's why I didn't choose those. But yeah, I do usually try and put points into coercion. Because the persuades, there's so many of them, and they can get you through quests like that a lot easier. And is this the first place after Lothering? Did we come straight from Redcliffe? Straight to Redcliffe? Yes. So Ostagar, Lothering, finished up there. Then we went to party camp and chatted with everyone, met Bodan, and then we came to Redcliffe. So this is the first place in the wide open world that we came to. Forgotten how much you love Morrigan. I know. she's got this like wit. Oh man, she's so good. Claudia Black just did a really good job.
I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Something different is always nice. Yeah, I do try and try and decide what the character would like, you know, from a role-playing perspective. So I mean, we could have decided that she was a very persuasive member of the clan, and you know, trying to become keeper or something like that. I don't know, but I thought I'd just try something different.
It is
I
begun.
don't think there's anything you'll need in there.
Ooh, her voice,
but it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
her mouth actually moved. I didn't know that happened. When they say, because she's not a spoken character, they actually animated the mouth moving. Wow. Couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Thanks. Hey. Okay, it's rough leather, but we can sell it. Make a quick buck. Okay, so we've got the blacksmith on our side. I think we need to... Oh, we can probably pop in here. Let him know we've recruited some people.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over a drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
Give those bastards a what for? I'd like to talk about Dwin.
Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it.
I want to discuss something else.
There's not much time before sundown.
How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
And Jerry, I've always pictured the Dalish Elf-Star character as a bit clumsy, not very well spoken. Yeah. Kind of leaning into that. I mean, I think she's well spoken, but yeah, she I kind of pictured her like not well acquainted, kind of like Morrigan. I think that's where, okay, she's lost a bit of points, but she's down to 5 already. Before we came to Redcliffe, and she got all snotty about having to help people, and we were up to a plus 15 approval with Morrigan. Everyone else is like on plus 2 or plus 7. Morrigan was way ahead, and I kind of figured that was because we treated her nicely after recruiting her from Flemeth's with Flemeth, but it kind of felt like the two of them were sort of kindred souls kind of thing. Both of them feel out of sorts in human society, and I think they kind of get along really well. Morrigan, best friend. Hey. They learn to cope together. I don't know if we're going to be able to open this chest. It's always one of the most difficult.
Allow me.
Yeah.
I could do that for you.
No, Liliana, if you can't do it, I mean, if I can't do it, then you definitely can't do it. We need to level up. Dalish Elf is third favourite start in Origins. Like human noble start most, and then city elf. Yeah, I mean, they're all really good. I'm quite partial to the mage start, but I think that's also just because I enjoy playing as a mage. But yeah, sure. City elf I think is really hectic. That's the yeah. I don't know quite what the word would be to describe it, but it's very emotional. Loot first, ask questions later.
It shall be done.
No, Liliana, I keep telling you. This is Donal Garrison. Okay, so this is the guy for the Blackstone Irregulars quest. Donal Garrison in Redcliffe. I actually forgot I had to do that.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back.
Yep.
Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
See you. So I think we only have the one in... Yeah, we've got Lothering, we've got Redcliffe, so we just need to go to dinner and alienage. Okay, that's... right. Right at the end of the game. So that quest's going to sit there the entire time. We can go up to the tavern. I must also remember to go back to the Chantry and speak to Caitlin about Bevan. He should be back there. Emotional is a word, complicated is another, very contentious, yep. Possibly triggering. Yeah. Definitely for mature settings. Ah, yes, Berwick. I can't remember if we get a quest to speak to him. Here, we can speak to you, Bella. Hello.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'll have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
How has business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly, I
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it?
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
Why don't you leave?
And go where? With no money and no prospects, I just end up somewhere else working for someone worse.
You could leave if you had some help.
You mean after the fighting's over? I'd really like that. What would I have to do in return?
Nothing at all. I'd be glad to help.
That's very kind of you. I don't know what to say.
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy.
Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear.
Very dashing.
I didn't know that.
I should go.
Keep safe.
BioWare really likes their I should goes. Okay, let's speak to Beric over here. Hi, fellow elf.
Not looking for company.
Strange seeing a fellow elf here.
We have nothing in common. You're Dalish.
What does that mean?
I'm not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know spy when I see one.
Look, just because you're an elf doesn't mean we should be friends. I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone.
What do you mean? You were told to do what?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
How do you know I'm a Grey Warden?
I just, overheard it, that's all. If you'll excuse me, I want to get to the chantry before the sun goes down.
Let's try intimidate. Don't know if this will work. Stop right there. Answer my questions. Or else.
All right, I'll tell you.
It worked.
Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
So you know how this happened. Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Okay, let's take a look at Beric's letter. Beric, we need your eyes and ears in Redcliffe. Stay in the village, keep your head down, and watch the castle. Report any changes and you'll be well paid. Doesn't say who it's from. Now for... Okay, there's nothing we can loot here. For Bella, we have to have enough money. I can't remember what the amount was, but we have to have enough money to give her at the end of after the battle to help her leave. So Lloyd, it doesn't.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travellers lately.
Lloyd.
All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Yes, my timing couldn't be worse.
A shame, isn't it? Evil creatures and such. Everyone going to perish before sunrise. Ah, makes you thirsty, doesn't it? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you anyway? Oh, let's just see what you have. I don't really want to know who you are.
Right, I've got some supplies
Bartender.
too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Give me your money. Okay, I'll buy that from you. But yeah, take these daggers and stuff. Yeah, okay, that's worse than what we have. You can have the rough leather armor from thingy. Can take that. Okay, I'll buy that. Okay, thank you. Bye. Could we convince these guys to do something? I can't remember.
I can't believe Lloyd won't even give us some free ale. A time like this, and all he thinks about is turning a profit.
Did you expect any different? That bastard's always been cheaper than an ant from the hall.
Here we are defending the village, and he don't even have the decency to help us out.
Bet you should be drunk for the coming battle.
I was drunk for the last 2 fights, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you fought those things, you'd know.
Lloyd is charging us for coin we don't even got anymore. Nobody's working right now. We're all just trying to survive.
Ah, what difference does it make? He won't care.
Convince the barkeep to give the militia free drinks. You've learned that the Redcliffe militia is unhappy because they have to pay for drinks. So okay. I doubt if we'll be able to persuade Lloyd.
Hey, what can Lloyd get you?
Lloyd can stop charging the
Why
militia
shouldn't
for
I?
ale.
They may not have much coin, but I'm not giving it away for free.
Why not? Think of the goodwill you'll earn.
Goodwill? Pah, I prefer the good gold, that's what.
The money won't help you if you're dead.
Hey, there's no need for that kind of talk. That's murder.
Would anyone miss you? Wow, you can't actually just straight up kill him. No, anyone miss you?
Hey, look, see, 80 silvers. I could pay you to protect me. There's no need for any unpleasantness.
I prefer you join the militia.
But oh, all right. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Excellent. Okay, I didn't convince him to get free drinks, but he's left, which means there's graffiti. They don't hold back on evil choices in Origins. No, definitely not. Yeah, I was watching another streamer, in Seven Legend, I think is the name, and he was playing. He's a Mass Effect player, but he's playing Dragon Age Origins for the first time, and he was asking his chat which of the series you could be the most evil, and chat was like, oh, Origins, like definitely, like even with all the renegade options in Mass Effect, they're like, yeah, no, Origins. It's got some pretty hectic choices you can make.
Very well.
Ooh. Graffiti in Redcliffe Tavern. Don't eat the cheese. Oh my gosh. Don't eat the cheese. And with that we level up. Well, Morrigan and Alistair level up. What are we choosing for her? Ooh, I have to get... I love the ice spells. Okay, she needs 25 magic. Cone of Cold, definitely. That's like a must. 25. There we go. Okay, well, then I'll just round these out. 22. Willpower. Cone. Yay. One of my favorite spells in the game. And Alistair. So I think I just need to put that into strength. Because he needs to have a certain amount for his armor. Just going to put all of that in there. And... oh, yes, he's down here. 25 strength, okay. Yeah, just going to get taunt.
Maker's blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all make it through.
I hear they got everyone in the castle, and now everyone who died here too. They're all monsters now.
I'll drink to you, friend. It's nice to know someone cares about our village.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge.
Yes, it does.
Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Yep. Could you serve the militia ale for free?
Lloyd wouldn't care much for that. It's an excellent idea. You hear that, boys? Drinks for the militia are on the house.
Yay!
You're the best, darling.
You just keep us all safe, boys. And stay alive.
I need some supplies. I think
Fair
it
enough.
opens the
Let me
same
see
shop.
what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Yeah, it's the same shop. Oh, but we have... oh, everything's free! Oh, my word! I forgot about that. I should have waited. I just sold a whole bunch of stuff. No. Okay, gimme. Elf fruit. Buy all. Buy all the flasks. Oh, weird. Place a health poultice. Though it's probably a good idea that I sold all the stuff, but the stuff that I bought I didn't need to buy. I forgot about that. I don't often do it. We may as well get the Mabari Crunch. I never use these. Nah, I'm not gonna take those. Never use them. They're just gonna take up space in the inventory. Found it. 500 silver to help her after the battle if you promise to help her. Ah, excellent. Okay. Isn't that like... isn't it 100 silver for one sovereign? So that's 5 sovereigns. Wish we're not quite there. Though I think we can come back afterwards. We don't have to come speak to her directly after the battle. Okay, let's go up to Sir Perth. Get that part done, and then we're going to head to the Chantry to speak to Caitlin.
Morrigan.
Tell me something I do not know.
But you are always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there to show some skin. I understand.
Just
You
some.
understand I lived in a forest, I hope.
Maybe we could get you in a nice dress one day. Silk. No, maybe velvet. Velvet is heavier, better to guard against the cold in Ferelden. Dark red velvet. Yes. With gold embroidery. It should be cut low in the front, of course. We don't want to hide your features.
Stop looking at my breasts like that. 'Tis most disturbing.
You don't think so? And if it's cut low in the front, we must put your hair up. Show off that lovely neck.
You are insane. I would sooner let Alistair dress me.
It'll be fun, I promise.
And shoes.
We'll get some shoes too.
Oh,
shoes. We could go shopping together.
Oh, Liliana. And what I love about this conversation is that she's literally just described the dress that Morrigan wears at the ball in Inquisition. That's exactly what Morrigan's wearing. Okay, you can't see her shoes, but everything else, the dark red dress, low cut with gold embroidery, hair up.
the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Arl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter.
Blue suede shoes. Andraste's Grace. Okay, that's for Liliana. And we can switch out. Sorry, Alistair.
Blast it.
You switch for dog. Because there's a tree he needs to pee on over here. Ah, dear. Okay. Come back, Alistair. It is an exact description, yes. I think that's absolutely lovely.
Ooh, a windmill. I once took a ride on the sails of a windmill. Didn't turn out well.
That's an interesting snippet, Liliana. Okay, that's still hidden there. I don't think there's... Oh, there is a crate here. Hey.
Very well.
Ah, the sun knocks the love letters things. Ah, do I want to take that quest? I don't think so. No. I suppose I could take the pull teeth.
As you say.
Because that quest, that love letters quest, it sticks in your inventory and you have to get all of them, and I can't remember exactly where all of the letters are, and I often miss them. It's very specific places you have to
Grey
go.
Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Just call me Yavie, if you would.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with a Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Have you considered using the oil in the village store?
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to set many monsters aflame.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Can't remember what we can ask him. You mentioned something about an urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Arl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. We brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Arl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
So the knights, can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
I want to discuss something else.
As you wish.
Okay, I think that's all. Carry on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Ah, yes, okay, so this is the Alessa Isolde, the wife of Eamon. For the one who delivers the sacred ashes of Our Lady will have the esteem of Redcliffe, and all the riches it is in my power to grant. The Arling of Redcliffe was a source of constant trouble for Emperor Reveal during the occupation. It was rumoured that since each new report sent the Emperor into a fit of violent rage, his court had taken to poisoning messengers before they could deliver their accounts. Isolde's family was the 10th to be given the difficult task of governing Redcliffe, but since most of the previous Arls had either been murdered by their bands or beheaded by the Emperor, they did not approach the job with a great deal of enthusiasm. Isolde met Eamon, not realizing he was the rightful heir to her father's domain, and quickly became smitten with him for being part of the resistance. Never mind that it was her family he was resisting. Perhaps a bit too romantic for her own good, she insisted upon staying behind with Eamon when the rest of her family was driven out. Okay, quest. Seek divine protection. Okay, so we have to go back to the Chantry anyway. So it's at 100 silver equals 1 gold. Just looked it up. We might go over that to the amount of looting we need to do. Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll be able to loot that. Yeah, we haven't... Because now the store is out of commission.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the dead and they, you know...
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all.
Caitlin, there's Bevan.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Just stay safe. Stay safe, both of you.
The Maker sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Aww. Liliana approves. So what's her approval now? 6. I need to give them some gifts. Mother Hannah.
If the monsters come...
No, Mother Hannah.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
I have my own reasons to be here.
Which doesn't include protecting innocents. Regardless, I am grateful the Maker brought you to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
But if they think it helps them...
I cannot do it. I know that their own faith may inspire them, but these men need to find confidence on their own. I simply won't lie to them. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
yeah, if you have persuade, you're able to persuade her to do that. Okay. Just gonna have to go tell the knights. Here's Beric.
I can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
So I have to run all the way to the top of the hill to deliver a message that we're unsuccessful, and then run all the way back. And I've gotten stuck on these steps before. Alistair's actually very smart. He comes across as a bit dim-witted, but he's actually very smart. Yeah, no, he is. He's and I think yeah, the ending of the game, what happens at the end, he's definitely suited for it. He just doesn't believe in himself yet.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection.
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Mother Hannah does not believe she can help you.
I see. Then I suppose we must simply rely on our own prayers. The Maker will not help us. Thank you for your efforts. We shall fight on, nevertheless. As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, this is a spoiler-filled playthrough. I mean, I'm talking about stuff from the entire series and how things fit together. But yeah, like this is going to be the ending of the game, and well, I mean, you know, talking about the ending of the game, I don't want to spoil stuff for this playthrough. But also since different things can happen at the end of the game, like we can see what happens, and but sort of giving spoilers in the sense of referring to future games and how things work together and the background lore of the world. That's the sort of thing that we're going to be open to discussing in this playthrough. Yeah. So, oh yes, we have to. So that's when we actually go to the castle. Do we have to speak to Murdoch or Perth? I think it's Perth actually that we speak to start the evening attack.